Good Wednesday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your Talking Live forecast update here on your August the 20th, 2025. Well, we got a lot to get into for this update. We do have some rain we're going to talk about that's to the north of the Chattanooga area. So I got the live radar to show you on that. We're expecting some scattered storms for today, especially across the northwest portions of Georgia as well. We're going to give you a rundown on a strengthening hurricane out in the Atlantic. Yeah, we're talking about Hurricane Erin, as it's going to really batter the outer banks of North Carolina. The outer banks looking pretty rough there. I'm going to show you a live camera view from there. And we're going to give you an update on that 7-day forecast for that fake fall, false autumn weather that we're going to see for next week. I think you'll like those 7-day numbers here coming your way in just a second. Now, before we get rolling in this report, if you're watching on Facebook here on the Talking Live channel, make sure that you get a like and a follow there. And if you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're alerted on future updates just like these. All right, let's go ahead and take a live look there in Chattanooga. It's not looking bad. We got some sunshine, some clouds around. Again, I do have some rain to the north of your area. We're going to track here in a second, especially up into the Crossville area. Looking over toward Dahlonega, looking at some sunshine and some clouds there as well, but not looking too bad there across the North Georgia mountains. All right, so let's talk about our local radar here. Again, we got some activity going on here up to the north of the Chattanooga area. You kind of see this up here toward the north as we're looking at a little bit of that rain up in here. You're seeing some of these scattered rain showers coming out, and they are drifting to the south. So again, you might see some of this rain work its way in to not only the Chattanooga area, but getting into Dalton and down toward Lafayette and over toward the areas of northeastern Alabama as well as we head into the afternoon hours. Now, looking at the watches and warnings, you notice we said goodbye to the heat advisories there across Alabama that we had yesterday, so we kind of beaten down the heat there. We do have the tropical storm warnings here along the North Carolina coast that go all the way up in toward New Jersey because of that big hurricane off the coast. Satellite pictures showing some of the thunderstorms here lighting up. You're seeing the lightning data here across Mississippi and Alabama, and see some of the lightning up here across eastern Tennessee that's working its way down toward the Chattanooga area, so look out for those. And here's the wider perspective. Boy, look at that big boy off the coast. That is Hurricane Erin out there. And that eye and that central dense overcast is getting more and more organized right there. It is expected to come back to a major hurricane status. Might make a run at Cat 4. I don't know. It's got a little bit of dry air intrusion in there as well. So we'll see. I think it's definitely going to get up to maybe up to 120, maybe 125 miles per hour. But a very strong hurricane. It's got a very large wind field as well. With the system. So let's take a live look there at the Outer Banks of North Carolina. The seas are getting rough. Numerous rip currents all up and down the beach, and the conditions here are only going to get worse going into tonight as we're expecting significant wave heights to come into this area. We're talking quite a bit of some heavy wave action here coming on in because of that rising conditions there going along the coast. So we're talking upwards of about 20 feet of wave action going on there. So here's the latest track right now. Again, 110, the 2 o'clock advisory will probably bump that thing up to 115 at least, and then we're going to take this thing all the way out to sea here in the weekend ahead. So the conditions, if you're going anywhere to go to the beaches or the Carolinas or anything like that, or down toward the Georgia coast, should see things begin to improve this weekend. But in the meantime, you got to deal with this bad boy. It's very large hurricane here. And then we're looking at this other area of disturbed weather out here in the Atlantic. This one, it will probably follow suit in the same path. And then we got another one behind that one to watch. So we got 3 different systems we're watching out in the tropics. But for right now, we just want to get rid of Erin and get it on out of here. All right, let's look at the closer perspective here. Look at the high resolution imagery here as this thing's getting more and more organized. A nice symmetrical looking storm. Looks a whole lot better than it did yesterday, that's for sure. A lot better improved. All 4 quadrants, great evacuation of the air coming in at the surface and kind of going out to the top as that storm continues to move off to the north at about 13 miles per hour. So definitely going to be causing some rough conditions there for folks across the Outer Banks. Now let's go take a look at our models here closer to home as we're going to see the scattered storm threat for today. Tomorrow we get a bit of a break. I think tomorrow the rains will be predominantly over into the Georgia area, Carolina area, East Tennessee not so much. So you get the best rain chances here across Tennessee will be for this afternoon. You see kind of erupting on there right now. And then tomorrow will be more over toward the Georgia side and North Carolina. East Tennessee should stay predominantly dry for tomorrow. Then the rain chances come back up for Friday and Saturday before we track that frontal system, the real big one that's going to come in going into Sunday of next week. So let's look at your forecast maps here. Watch as I go ahead and track you through this here over the next week, as we'll see again that frontal boundary here kind of stalling. We're waiting for that hurricane to kick on out, but there it is. This is the first cold front coming in for tomorrow. So again, it's going to kind of stall there across the southeast there a little bit, And we'll see a fairly dry day across East Tennessee, some scatter storms across Georgia for tomorrow. Then Friday, we'll see the return chance of rain for the afternoon and into Saturday as well. And then Sunday, here comes the other front. And this is the front that'll bring in the nice, cool, refreshing air coming into next week. I think the coolest morning looks like it's going to be Tuesday or Wednesday morning across the area. And just going to feel absolutely delightful. It is definitely going to have a real fall feel to this. But don't get used to it. I do expect these temperatures after about 4 or 5 days really start to warm back up again. Although I don't know if we're going to get back into the 90s or not. We'll wait and see on that. But there, sunshine coming in for Tuesday and Wednesday, also looking dry as well for the time being. We'll see if that changes. So you see the moisture kind of coming back along Alabama and Georgia. But across East Tennessee, North Georgia, we're keeping it dry for those 2 days, at least for right now. All right, so let's go ahead and look at your forecast here for tomorrow. It's going to be another warm one, 89, 71. That's pretty much normal. Again, East Tennessee, you're not going to see much in the way of rainfall. But over on the Georgia side, a little bit different story there. So, again, maybe some evening showers here tonight, but some clouds for tomorrow. Should be precipitation-free in the morning. Looks like low 70s for most locations, except for the 60s over in the mountains. Tomorrow, again, partly sunny skies here. But, again, watch out for those areas here across, looking up back over this way. Okay, this will be very isolated over here. We're not going to see a whole bunch of rainfall there. But again, over toward Blue Ridge, Hiawassee, Andrews, Murphy, that'll be the best chances of rain over there for tomorrow. Now, as far as the regional forecast, hey, look at Nashville and Memphis, 89, 89. That's actually where you're supposed to be for this time of year. Not bad there. 95 Mobile, 94 in Savannah, and 89 over into Charlotte. Next 7 days, here's the updated numbers for you. Again, the rain chance is coming back there on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But look at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, those look so good. Going into the upper 70s for Tuesday and Wednesday. Overnight lows getting down to around 60 on Tuesday and Wednesday morning. So that is a truly, honest-to-God feel of fall in the air. Low humidity. I know a lot of folks are going to absolutely enjoy that. But again, it is, fake fall. Summer is not officially over just yet. That's not until the 22nd of September. And I do suspect we'll get temperatures warming back up, the humidity coming back at us again. We're not through with summer just yet, but this is going to have a nice little feel to it for next week to kind of get you in the early season move, shall we say. All right, that is y'all's update for today. Again, appreciate you guys checking us out here on the Talking Live broadcast channel. And if you haven't given us a like and follow on Facebook, what you waiting for? Hit that like button if you can. Hit that so you become a follower. Make sure it's a like on the main page. And then if you watch on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future updates. All right, that's y'all's update for today. Again, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.